Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tony Speaks Happy Hour here for Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. Welcome as always. If you're new to Tony Speaks, though, hey, make sure you subscribe, give us a thumbs up, greatly appreciated. Hey, and if you're here all the time anyway, still give us a thumbs up, greatly appreciated. As always, we'll get right to the picks we got rolling here today, but we'll get to the cappers, see how their Monday went, and then we'll get right to Tuesday's action. Well, for me, I got taken behind the woodshed like the Oilers did. Just one of those games where I think they weren't ready to play, and then they just fell right into the Panthers lull you into playing silly fool, and the Oilers fell for it, embarrassed themselves. Hey, I think it was the worst NHL game or playoff game we've seen from the Oilers this season. But it's only one game. At least that's why they played the best of seven. Throw that one out the window, and hopefully we can see some improvement on the next one. But as always, as I said, let's get to the cappers, see how their Monday went. I know mine wasn't very good. Looking for a bounce back here on Tuesday. How are you doing here on Tuesday, Ramon?
I brought home a couple of winners last night. I had the game with the Padres and the Dodgers to go over last night. So ready to get back at it here with you guys and pick some winners here also on the happy hour with, we got our baseball, we got our WNBA. We can do it.
Yeah, we got some. There's 15 games on the MLB and a couple WNBA, so definitely some spots to make some money. How are you doing here on this Tuesday, Ron?
Well, 2-2 last night. Dropped that under in overtime as the Valkyries got it in with the Sparks in the overtime. So what happens that your unders go to die in overtime. So lost that one. And then of course I had the Red Sox. I lost that one. So 2-2, gave a little bit back last night. Today, soccer. I got an interrupted game. I guess there's an injury in the Poland Finland for some spectators or something. So that one's interrupted. So waiting to see how that'll turn out. So, but that's it for right now. Nothing else on the board today yet.
Yeah, me either. I haven't touched anything to start the day, so for me, let's head on over to the diamond and get it going. We'll break it up into 3 spots of 5. The first ones we'll look at here. We got Detroit taking on Baltimore, the Reds taking on the Guardians, Marlins taking on the Pirates, Cubs taking on the Phillies, and we'll throw in the Rays taking on Boston. We'll kick it over to Ramon to get us started. What do you like in the first 5, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Rays again here on the road against Boston. With the Giolito pitching, definitely something. I don't know if it's a miss or wrong with Giolito right now, but I'm kind of on the fade train right now with Giolito here. You got Pepio going in this one for Tampa, so I don't mind the pitching matchup here. Only thing that I kind of mind maybe is the price, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it here on the road with Tampa. It looks like maybe Boston's actually the slight favorite now here at $1.15 or so. So I'm going to take Tampa in this one. They were able to get it done, got a little wild there in that game last night. They were able to come through in a high scoring game, but take the Rays on Tuesday night here.
Head on over to Ron. What do you got for us in the early slate MLB?
Now look at the Miami and Pittsburgh matchup. You got Alcantara is 2-7 and 12 games started. Keller's 1-8 and 13 games he started. Who's the better pitcher? Neither one of them. Give me the over in that one.
And for me in that one, you know what? I'm looking at you look at Keller, they have his out record. It's sitting at 18.5 at a nice little plus price for me at plus 115. And you look at what he has been doing. He's got 18 outs, 21 outs, 18 outs, 18 outs, 18 outs. His last game, he got 19 outs against the Astros. And I think against the Marlins here, I think you can get us to that 19 outs. I like Keller here in the spot. I think he's able to mow down some of these Marlins enough to get us 19 outs. Yes, I'm going to take Keller over 18.5 outs in that matchup. And then, you know what? Give me Baltimore here at home. Our favorite for a reason here. I just don't trust this Tigers team on the road in this spot. Herder's going to start. He'll be what? They'll try to get an inning out of him, maybe 2 if they can get 2 out of him at best. If he can get 2, they'll definitely get 2 for the Tigers there in that one. But for me, I know it's Povich, but I like the Baltimore offense here in the spot. And guess what? They're starting to play some pretty good baseball. And at that almost near coin flip price, yeah, give me the Orioles in that spot. And then I like the under, Cubs and Phillies. Colin Moran, hey, he looked real good his last start out. And McCable, hey, he's been able. So at 9.5, I think that total's just a touch too high. Give me the under 9.5, Cubs and Phillies. Hey, that wraps up the first slate of MLB. Let's head on over to the middle block. We got Washington taking on the Mets. Texas taking on Minnesota. Atlanta taking on the Brewers. We got the Yankees taking on Kansas City. And we'll throw in Toronto taking on St. Louis. Well, head on over to Ron to get us started. What do you got tonight? Middle.
So you know where I'm going. I'm going right to Kauffman Stadium with the Royals. This Royals team, WRC plus is 56 against left-handers. The Yankees against left-handers, 157. This is a complete mismatch. And I'm telling you right now, as a Royals fan, the Yankees just own us in Kansas City. We can get some in New York, but they own us in Kansas City. Lay the run line, lay the extended run line. I know Noah Cameron's been good, but Max Fried is just awesome. 8-1 on the year in his start. So give me the Yankees minus 1.5.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you like here in the middle block of MLB?
I'll go to Washington and the Mets here with good starting pitching for sure. You got Mackenzie Gore still pitching pretty well here for Washington. Has kept his ERA here 2.87 coming in. And hey, Washington 6-7 with Gore on the mound. He's up against Griffin Canning, who also has been terrific. 2.9 ERA coming in right now, and both guys with batting average against low 230s here. Tie in that really good Mets bullpen. I can't make any excuses for the Washington bullpen, but Gore runs deep, we know, especially when he's mowing guys down. One of the top strikeout pitchers in the league, 35.5%. So I'm going to go under here in this one with Washington and the Mets today at 7.5.
Yeah, for me, in these games in the spot, give me the under between the Yankees and Kansas City. Both these squads at night games, man, they trend to the under. Fried, hey, he got roughed up last time, but that was against the Dodgers, so we'll give him a pass on that one. I think he has a better bounce back spot here. Cameron on the mound for the Royals, we know what he's been doing, so definitely pitchers duel early. Give me the under in the full game. We can look at the Yankees in night games. Hey, when they're night games, they're 24-13 to that under, and then the Royals in their night games, well, they're 26-12 to that under. So give me the under, Yankees and Royals, and then one more we're looking at in this spot. Where is it? Give me. I like the Mets here. I'll take Griffin Canning on the bump for that one. I like what he's been doing. He did have a little rough patch, but bounced back his last time out. I think he continues to stay hot. I'll take the Mets to beat Washington in that matchup. Hey, that wraps up the middle block of the MLB. Head on over to the late night slate. We got the White Sox taking on the Astros, Giants taking on the Rockies. We got the Athletics into LA taking on the Angels. We got Seattle taking on Arizona. We got the Dodgers taking on the Padres, taking on with a Ramon. What do you like here in the late night MLB action?
Well, these Athletics right now on the road, they've won like one of their last 22 on the road here. So I'm going to go with the Angels here in Soriano on the run line, get a little plus money in this one. A's, maybe this is their spot, but they'll have to prove it to me here with Spence. Comes in, both guys about a 4 ERA coming in right now, but at plus $1.40 or so, I'm going to go ahead and lay it with the Angels on the run line. Money line's $1.45 if you so choose, but I've got to keep going against this Athletics team when they're, well, I guess they're on the road every game, right, Rod? But on
pretty
the
much, right? Always
yeah,
on the road, but officially 12 straight losses on the road, Ramon.
Oh my God!
Squad. If you officially on the road, we can't count some of them homeless ones that
No,
we
we can't
they're at home
include those.
homeless. But officially, 12 straight losses for the Athletics on the road.
Well, how could I? They've won 4 of their last 25, wherever they are. That's a lot of losses. Give me the Angels on the run line tonight.
Head on over to Ron. What do you like here in the late night MLB action?
Yeah, Dylan Cease hasn't been too good for the Padres, and the Dodgers, they just got the better bats here. I know Sauer's pitching for the Dodgers, not too good, but still, I don't like Cease, man. Cease is 1-5 in his The team's 1-5 in his starts, so give me the Dodgers plus money.
Right, but why does that line look so fishy?
Mm-hmm.
We know the Cease hasn't been good against the Dodgers, and why are the Dodgers? They're trying to me, that looks like they're trying to bait you into the Dodgers on the cheap. Going, here you go. Look at the cheap Dodgers. Here you go. I had no Sauer on the mound. No thanks. I'm going to take Cease. I think he has a jam here. Somebody knows something, because something seems fishy here. Why? Okay, we know what Cease does against the Dodgers, right? So hear me out here. Cease versus the Dodgers. You look at the numbers. He hasn't been good over his last 3 starts. Okay, and then we got Sauergrauten on the other side for the Dodgers, and he hasn't been good either. So this was at 8.5. The total. Why is it down to 8? Why is this down at 8? This is something doesn't seem right there to me. I don't know. It's just one of those. Hey, it always goes over, but the bookmakers dropped this thing down to 8. Almost like they want John this over. I kind of think that we're going to get Cease to pitch himself a gem. He knows himself that he's pitched some really bad starts against the Dodgers, and I think this is one of those ones he steps up. Give me the Padres here in this spot to get the job over these over the Doyers and Sauerkraut. Fade Sauerkraut. Yes, I will. Give me the receipts from the Padres in that matchup. And then another one I'm looking at. You look at this Giants squad. Woo! You want to lay that kind of price with Harrison on the mound? I don't. I see why people are laying the Rockies here. The Rockies, hey, it's hot. It's a nice day in Colorado. Somebody wants to eat some tacos. And you look what the Giants have done as a favorite. You look, failed to cover the run line as a favorite following a win in 10 straight. Give me the Rockies plus the 1.5 at a plus price. I think they can keep it close with the Giants if they don't outright them. We know that total's pretty big. What, 11? Well, yeah, the weather's nice, so I think we see plenty of runs with Palmquist going and Harrison going. I think the Rockies got a shot to get themselves a little win there in that one. Hey, that wraps up the MLB. Let's head on over to the W. We got a couple games there going tonight. 2 games. Let's see, it's still 5.5 in that one. Yep. Dream still laying 5.5 total, 161. Liberty, it's ticked up and down. I see 16.5. Now I see 17. Some 17.5 for the Liberty, but total 164.5. Head on over to Ramon, ready like here in the W tonight, Ramon.
Yeah, we knew that Clark was supposed to return tonight for Indiana, but she'll miss just one more game, I guess, here right now. I guess a better safe than sorry. Still an important game for Indiana in terms of the Commissioner's Cup. They are I believe with a couple of wins here, got to keep winning right now, but they're underdogs, and it's gone up to 5.5 here. That's a pretty big move on Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta here, laying a little bit of extra now here on the show, but I'll take the Dream minus 5.5 here over Indiana. 5.5. Yeah.
Head on over to Ron. What do you like in the W tonight?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Chicago and New York. You know, Vandersloot's now out for an extended, probably the season, right? The ACL. They just got, the scoring just went down the hill there. And then New York with the best defense in the league. I don't mind laying the 16.5, but I definitely want to look at the under. I think New York with the best defense in the league and Chicago with no way to score. Give me under 164.5 in that one.
Yeah, and I'll just lay it. I'm with you. I'll just lay them 17. I think it's a 20-plus point win. We already seen them beat up Chicago by 25 earlier this season, and that was with Vandersloot playing, and now she's out for the season. Tough loss with the Sky. They're already dealing with issues, and defensive-wise, they haven't been good. So it's just tough spot there for the Sky. Just more bad news. Definitely not what they wanted to hear. In that one. So I'll take the Liberty lay the points. I think they win by 20+. And then give me the under between the Fever and the Dream. I know it's dropped down a little bit, but I still like it at the under 161. Both of these squads can play some solid defensive basketball. Both teams, you look at the Fever on the road defensively, holding teams to 70 points a game. And they're, 3-0 to the under on the road? And then the Dream at home, hey, they're holding teams to 70 points a game themselves. And 3-0 to the under at home are the Dream. Give me the under 161.5 there in that matchup tonight. Hey, that wraps up the sports action for Tuesday. Brings us to the parlay section, player prop, game in the future. We'll leave it up to the capper to decide, and then they'll let us know what they got going over at Tony's Picks. Because at Tony'sPicks.com is where you can find the bets that we're making tonight. Our best bets, the ones we got our money on. hit the link in the description. Gets it right on over. Let's kick it on over to Ron. What do you got for us to kick us off tonight in the parlay peripherals section?
Yeah, in a parlay, I'm going to look at the Tampa Bay Rays, nice dog price there, and then I'm going to go with the Indiana Fever plus the 5.5. What I got for tonight, I got my WNBA 3-point play, still top of the charts there in the WNBA, and then I got a 3-pack in Major League Baseball, and I've been getting keeping up in baseball, getting on that 7-day leaderboard. So here it comes. Let's keep going on that, and like I said, we got the NBA playoffs. I already got my Game 3 winner up there for you, so you can get the NBA 3-point play right now for the next for Game 3 of the finals. But yeah, everybody's doing great. We're all on the leaderboards, topping the charts here. You got top 3 right here looking at you. So definitely pair us up. You're not going to lose any money and get that long-term pass. Like I said, I'm good in NHL, good in NBA, good in soccer. Good in everything right now. So, team me up and let's get a long-term package and use that code Tony T at checkout for your 15% off.
Head on over to Ramon. What do you got for us tonight, Ramon?
Yeah, we got the chat stumped here. We got what other peripheral sports you're going to find tonight? Not much, but Ron's talked about the World Cup qualifying. I think we just saw that final come in, Ron, 2-1 Finland, I think there. I might have to double check after what you said.
Okay.
But I'll go to World Cup qualifying tonight, and a little CONCACAF here won't hurt anybody. Look, Haiti and Curacao, they're both going to advance to the next stage already. They're both 3-0 in their little weak little group, if I could say it. So I'm going to draw tonight, plus 225 with Haiti and Curacao. Both teams whipped through the other 3 teams 3-0, and I got them to draw tonight here as they're both headed to the next stage. So Haiti and Curacao, a draw. I found one, Rod. Over at
Nice.
Tony's Picks. I found some picks for us over too at the premium level at the Tony'sPicks.com. I've got a 3-pack in Major League Baseball. Let's call it like it is. I've been hot in Major League Baseball, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I'll have a 3-pack tonight over there. Use the promo code Tony T at checkout to save 15%. So hey, it's a little thin on the card, but we're going to have some premium winners to keep that record going here this month.
And for me here, a little parlay for you. We're going to take the Rockies plus the 1.5. We're going to throw in the Cubs and Colin Ray on the mound. And then give us the under Yankees and the Royals. And for me, over at Tony's Picks, light card for me, I got my MLB play of the day. You can scoop that up singly, or it's included in a 3-pack over there at Tony's Picks. And this little Tackle the Books Tuesday 3-pack for you. A couple other MLB I absolutely love, so definitely head on over and scoop up that Tuesday 3-pack. Looking for a bounce back. Got whooped yesterday, so Milo Saha, look for a nice little bounce back for me there over at Tony'sPicks.com. Hey, take advantage 2-for-1 capper promotional as well. Can't go wrong with that. Having 2 cappers putting money into your pocket. And when you're aboard long-term over at Tony'sPicks.com, you get that late steam, late play, as we call it, 10 minutes to 2 hours before tip-off. If a capper finds one of those late info plays and puts it in and you're aboard long-term, hey, you get it emailed directly to you here at Tony'sPicks.com. That service not offered by anybody else. I haven't seen that exclusively here at Tony's Picks, so head on over to Tony'sPicks.com and jump aboard and join us. Let's tackle the books together. Hey, that wraps up Tuesday's happy hour. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate each and every one of you that tune in daily. Any final words before you head on out for the evening slate?
Everybody, good luck.
I'll add Peru minus $1.20 on the handicap line against Ecuador here in CONMEBOL qualifying. Peru needs all the help they can get just to get to the intercontinental playoff. Meanwhile, it looks like Ecuador's kind of set. They were penalized some points in the before the qualifying, but they're going to go through to the advancing. So take Peru minus 120 on the handicap. A draw gets you your money back.
And take Riley of the Braves over 1.5 hits today. He's been hot, so I think he continues to stay hot. Take Riley over 1.5 hits. You get a little plus price on that for the Braves. Hey, that wraps up Tuesday's action. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. As always, don't forget, tune in tomorrow morning, Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We got the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Still doing open interviews on those morning shows. If you think you want to be a capper, you got what it takes. You want to join us here at Tony's Picks, then tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. And, hey, Tony will put that link in, and you can join us and give us a play or join us on the morning show. But you'll see that you can join us if you want to come be a capper with us here at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, we picked up a couple, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely shout out to Brian Palmer in the chat and Alejandro definitely joining us on the morning show as well. So a couple of the news cappers to see. You're definitely looking for a few more. So tune in tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, if you think you got what it takes to be the next capper here at Tony's Picks with us. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful Tuesday, everybody. You're gonna win one. See you guys.
Good luck, everybody.